Hello, it's Heidi from Gadget Cakes. How you all doing? Right, I'm in the middle of building a structure for a huge cake I'm doing this week, and I thought it occurred to me to share with you guys how to food safe your boards when you're working with structured cakes. So for those of you that are using MDF, plywood, nuts and bolts, and thread rods, etc., it can be a bit tricky to food safe them basically. So I'm just going to flip you around and show you what I'm doing. This is the structure for this week's cake. It's still not finished yet. So I'm trying to hold the camera. It's still not quite finished yet. I've still got a few things left to do. I've got to put a support there and stuff. But anyway, it's just a little tip. Now, I always, if you're working with MDF, plywood, etc., always cover your boards in foil tape. That's this stuff. Now the reason for this is like with woods, particular MDF, it's a carcinogenic, which means it can go into fine dust and you can breathe it in. And if you can breathe it in, it can get into people's food. So as a precaution, I always cover all the wood in the foil tape. Just common sense. However, I will never ever directly place cake onto foil, because foil, when you cut into it, will come off. This is why I never use loose tin foil in my cakes, ever. I always use the foil tape. So once you've put your foil down, that just seals in the wood so no dust can get about. And then once you're ready to put your cake on, then put your cake boards down. Now this bit here, the cake board there, is where my cake's going to come into contact with. My cake's going to come into contact here and here. So I'm going to put a cake board down. Underneath here, there's going to be like Rice Krispies or a foil arm, which I haven't decided yet. Depends how much time I have. But I will also cover the underneath of this in foil as well, because if it comes into contact with anything edible, it needs to be covered up. As I said, we don't want those nasty particles going anywhere. Now with thread rods and nuts and bolts, again, I never ever cover up with tin foil, because when you put, say if you're putting Rice Krispies on them, you can pull it off. You can pull the tin foil off with it as well, so someone's going to get a mouthful of foil, which isn't very nice. So what I do is I use this stuff, which is food safe tape, available from fancytapes.co.uk. It sticks really well to itself. It's brilliant stuff. It's a bit like electrical tape really, but this is the food grade one. You can put it through dishwashers and everything. So yeah, always wrap all your nuts and bolts and your rods with. That'll stop it coming away, you know, when you're putting cake in. Don't worry about it. Modelling chocolate and marshmallows sticks really well to it as well, so don't worry about, you know, anything sticking to it. So yeah, anything that food is going to come into contact with, if a child's going to pick a bit of fondant off the board and you've just covered your MDF, what's going to happen is that child is then going to get a load of dust in the mouth, sorry. And we don't want anyone getting sued. We don't want anyone getting ill. So safety first, safety first, safety first. Okay. So yeah, that's a little handy tip from me today. I hope it helps. But that's how I food safe all my cakes. So that's it for now. I can't wait to show you the cake when it's done. Bye.